Good morning, Sharon,
Good
and
morning.
thank you for joining me. Just do a quick introduction of who we are and what we've done. I know we've both been in the city for a very long time. We're both very experienced. I'm Catherine Otway. I have been in market data for more than 20 years now. I have worked for consultancies, tier one banks, brokers and beyond on a lot of different types of things, admin, projects and analyst work. I've been at CJC for over 5 years now, so here quite a while as the team lead for the managed services. Sharon, you work for me and you did an amazing project, but if you want to introduce yourself before we get into that.
Yeah, so I'm Sharon Laker. I have worked in tier one banking for 35 plus years. The major investment banks. I've been at CJC for the last 10 years, which has predominantly been project work with both buy and sell side. Yeah.
And this is one of the many projects that you have done for us at CJC, and hopefully we can go through that and introduce people to what you've done and the great work that you've done.
Of course.
Sharon, you did a massive project with one of our clients. You actually stayed on the client site to help unify their AP systems for a massive global asset manager. Do you want to just give us an overview of what the project was?
Yeah, so exactly that. It was a global AP transformation to unify AP systems, to integrate it also with a very complex market data system. So we had to interface the two. A global work stream, and market data proved to be the most complex, an $85 million spend across 3,000 invoices and many, many accounts.
That is a really large spend, and obviously we all know market data can be more complex than some of the other work streams. Sharon, this was an incredibly successful project for CJC that you were a pivotal part of. Why do you think CJC was so successful at delivering this project?
Yeah, so CJC, we had a team working with the client. And so as a team, we were able to use our market data expertise to align a very complex database with a more simplified AP system. And we were able to do that effectively and efficiently, including some automation. And we were also at the same time able to ensure that we eliminated any operational, regulatory and financial risks. We also had cross-departmental experience, so we were able to work with the different departments, understand their requirements, translate them into fixes that were needed, automations that were needed. And then our technical expertise came in. We were able to take these 2 points and work with MDSL, who we were working with at the time, to explain, to interpret the client's needs, and to be able to create fixes to implement into the system. And then we were able to work with MDSL to implement those fixes, making sure that one didn't cross over another.
So it's the expertise and the experience that you guys had over the years with not just the vendors, the suppliers, all of this in relationships that you have that brought the success that this project needed.
Absolutely. And we had 35 years, certainly between us, we had over 100 years in terms of experience with MDM itself and with AP systems. And we were all able to use that to bring it together and deliver.
Fantastic, thank you. So I'm sure everyone watching this is aware with any project you have to be agile and you have to be prepared for surprises and things that you weren't expecting. What kind of pain points did you come across while doing this project, and how were you able to resolve those?
Yeah. So the main technical complexities, again, as mentioned, was trying to integrate a complex market data system with a more simplified AP version. But also we had global barriers, for example, jurisdictional problems. We had, the yen, for example. You've got a large currency to deal with many decimal places. We had invoicing in some currencies and payments in another on the same invoice. The regular drop and the bleeding zeros, these kind of things. And for the majority of those problems, we were able to work with MDSL and again apply fixes, making sure that one didn't counteract the other or knock it out or something like that. In terms of pain points, I think one of the most challenging would be testing was mainly done out of hours. So it did involve longer hours, which was fine. But it did also mean that you didn't always have the region online to ask for advice. So sometimes we had to implement fixes as a result of testing and just be sure that we'd done the right thing for the client. And then implement them as soon as Asia came online, for example, due to tight deadlines.
Yeah. So when you were working on this project, you were working on the client side,
Yes.
which is something we like to do if that's what the client requires. Did you find the client trusted you? Did you feel part of the team? How did that relationship feel to you?
No, absolutely. I felt very much a part of their team. We were absolutely treated as an extension to the team. And we all worked very well together. Interdepartment work was all very collaborative. It was a really good experience, and actually to work on the client side in that manner, I think was required to successfully deliver
Because of the complexities.
Yeah.
Thank you. As someone who's got experience and an incredible amount of knowledge in market data, what do you think, from your opinion, were the gains and the positive points from this project?
Yeah. So of course there were complexities and challenges, but overall I look back on that project very fondly. It was hugely rewarding for me to work cross teams, collaboratively, globally, to implement these solutions with all the amazing teams and people that I did. So I very much enjoyed it. And it's also rewarding in terms of all the challenges that we came across, the time we put into it, the way that we worked out all these fixes. It was really rewarding to deliver successfully core finance platform for the client.
Thank you very much for your time today, Sharon. I really appreciate you taking the time to explain what is a really interesting project, and I know the one that you're very passionate about.
Yes.
Would you do it again?
Yeah. Absolutely, I would. As I said, it's not without its challenges and its complications. But if we use that to our strength, I now have an advanced and enhanced skill set, and the experience of any problems that we did encounter and how we dealt with them. And yes, I think we can certainly help and bring a lot to any prospective client that would like our assistance.
Oh, fantastic. Thank you very much for your time, Sharon.
Thank you so much for your time.